How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to Sound Mind Speaks. And also welcome to our channel. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe now. There's plenty of content that you'll all love. We also have a trailer for the channel if you'd like to watch that, and it will give you a more in-depth perspective of what we represent. But I am Greg L. Hines, the COO of Sound Mind Films and Mindless Sound Records LLC. So, you have a lot in store. So, you've honestly never recorded before?
No, this would be like, my first experience, so I'm kind of like really excited. I've done a few recordings with my friends, like in college, like I'd be in like, like literally like their closet with like, the drawer to the side and like,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of wires everywhere. But
I remember those days.
yeah, but they came out to be like really good tracks, and I haven't really done much since, like other than like garage band recordings.
Right. I've done the garage band thing with like a boom box. I've done the hitting on my friend's couch with a headphone used as a microphone under the couch cushion. I used to go to Radio Shack, which I don't even know if there are any more Radio Shacks around, but I used to go to this place called Radio Shack and buy all these like home stereo wires, and my mom would give me like food money, and I'd use all the food money when I was in high school to buy soup. And I'd take all the extra money and buy wires, and I'd like rig up like all these home stereo pieces and trying to make like a studio out of it. And I'd invite all like the jazz band kids to be my band members, and I'd like kind of arrange the band and tell everybody how to play. But sometimes the stuff would sound really amazing, because sometimes I do overdubs like with the cassettes and stuff that we had. I'm dating myself, but I do like overdubs, and I would come up with these really cool recordings, and we literally had like industry type people coming in, like listening to these cassettes or hearing us play, and we just like totally did not know what we were doing. And it was crazy. But yeah, it's like no shame in garage band recordings or anything like that. Like I'm telling you, there's times I record drums, I literally use one microphone, and I've had people come here just to get their drums recorded because it sounds so good. Because I literally like read like James Brown or somebody who has like the best drums in the entire world, to the point where his drummer has the only copyrightable drum beat that's ever been done. He used to use one microphone in a lot of his recordings. So I'm like, if that's good enough for James Brown, it's good enough for me. Because I literally went out and bought every kind of drum mic you could possibly ask for. Used to put like 7, 8, 9 drum mics together, do all this stuff, and get like crappy recordings. And when I started using one microphone, I started getting these great recordings that would sound like drum machines or loop libraries, or like I couldn't believe it was like live drums. But no.
Yeah, you gotta love the one mic bands, they'll like record in the bathroom and have one mic and then just like going so hard. Like I know too many punk bands like that.
Exactly.
I love the way it comes out. Like,
exactly.
It just sounds like so raw and just like
yeah.
like DIY. So you gotta appreciate that spirit.
Yeah. If I wasn't such a gear junkie, I probably would still have like the real low-key minimalist like recording type situation. But once I started working at the music stores I ended up working at, I would just buy every piece of equipment that I read somebody whose music I liked owned, like whether it be like, okay, well, this famous musician like Jimi Hendrix had this pedal, and this musician had that pedal, and this, and I was like, oh, I gotta have that. And I would just, it's only $20, and it's like $100 pedal. Like, or I'd shop off the top 100 guitar pedals of all time list, and it's just like, I literally just was the biggest gear junkie.
On the bottom up there, you remember the pictures of the old pinup girls from the old 50s and the 60s?
Yeah.
I got a pair of Converses with those on the bottom.
Right. That's pretty hip.
Yeah.
That's pretty hip. Yeah, Converse lends itself to collecting because just really amazing variety and artistry. Some people even make custom ones. I had an artist, she used to customize covers.
Right.
What's up, all? This is Lyrical Justifier. I am interviewing Brother Noise, a mad musician, also part of House of Ill Repute, and we're doing an interview of what he has been doing, what he's been up to since COVID-19 hit the mainstream public. So, what have you been doing these past months since March?
Well, what I've been doing is trying not to eat too much. No, seriously. What I've been doing is recording as if I never had a chance to record before. I literally have recorded 7 albums since March. I did several House of Ill Repute albums. I have done several Black House Crush albums. Those are projects that I'm like the front man for. Black House Crush, I rhyme and I also sing the hooks. House of Ill Repute, I'm the lead singer for. I've been a lead singer for years. And I actually did an MK836 album, which is a side project with me and Disciple, also known as Chris T. Collins. We did an album which I did with my son. My son did some lead vocals, and I finished about 3 of the songs to just finish the album. So a lot of albums, and I did the album covers and just had a great time with it. I played a lot of guitar, a lot of bass, a lot of keys. I did this one song, which unfortunately, because it's not released yet, I can't list the name of it, but it blew me away. It's like me singing lead, me playing guitar, bass, keys, drum programming, and I listen to it every time I get in my car to go shopping. It's like I'm just obsessed with the song, and I feel kind of embarrassed because I feel like I'm a fan. I don't feel like it's my song. I feel like, who did this song? Like, it couldn't have been me, because it just sounds so epic. It's like a Phil Spector wall of sound, and it's just this epic song, and it's so personal because it's about my divorce, and it's such a positive song. It's just kind of like, we're no longer together, and that's not what I wanted, but you were such a blessing, and I'm glad that I could still look at the mother of my son in that light, because that just speaks of the original love we had and how it was a true love. It just did not work. So that's why that's beautiful to me. Two of my albums were inspired by like watching streamers on like Twitch and stuff like that, and some of the language, and even like listening to like different artists, female artists and stuff like that, who are kind of using profanity and stuff like that in their art in a way it almost sounds like a beautiful language they're using instead of profanity. So I've been very inspired. Right before COVID hit, I got this Japanese guitar from the 60s. I think it's a Tedesco is the brand. I hear James Iha from Smashing Pumpkins plays that brand on occasion, and it's like a sought after guitar among certain circles, but it has like 4 pickups. You get a lot of different tones out of it, and I used it on this album, What Comes Next, which is a Black House Crush album that was like one of the first albums I did during COVID, and it was to celebrate my son.